If I could go back in time and talk to my 20-year-old self man, I would drag that dude into a chair and say, listen, hard, you're about to mess this up because what I did in my 20s was just flow. And that flow took me straight from one dumb money mistake to the next, over and over again. But hey, if you're in your 20s or 30s and you're listening now, I hope you can learn from my train wreck so you can fast forward your journey instead of stumbling through it like I did. So let's break down the 5 dumbest money mistakes I made in my 20s and what I wish someone had told me before I made them. For a whole decade, I rented 7 apartments, 1 rental house. All that rent, gone. No equity, no tax benefits. Just receipts. Now, I know buying a home isn't easy these days, and not everyone can do it early, but I didn't even think about buying. I wasn't broke, I was just uninformed. What I learned is this: ownership builds equity, equity builds net worth, and even more than that, ownership builds experience. You learn by doing. Renting isn't evil, but turning it into a 10-year lifestyle without a plan, that cost me big time. After college, I became a teacher. I had access to a retirement plan 403B, and what did I do? The bare minimum. I didn't max it out. I didn't research it. I just let the system pull a few bucks from my paycheck and called it a day. Here's the painful part I knew about compound interest. Some insurance guy came to my school, showed me the math, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then I did ... nothing with it. Fast forward, if I had started with just 15 to 20% at 24 years old, I'd probably be sitting on millions today. For real, the lesson: start early, go hard, and let time do the work. The earlier you start, the less you have to do later, but you have to start. Now this one hurts. I took out extra student loans not for school, but to live on. I mean, rent, food, clothes, going out. And yeah, some of it went to tuition, but most of it, lifestyle inflation. I graduated in 1994 with $25,000 in loans, which sounds small now, but back then, that was huge. Want to know when I paid that off? 2021, that's nearly 30 years of paying for money I didn't even need to borrow. That student loan debt sat on my shoulders like a brick. And I know I'm not the only one. Student loans are not free money. They're future stress, plain and simple. Borrow smart, or better yet, borrow less. Let's talk about cars. When I finally got one in my mid-20s, I went from no car payments to car payments forever. Taurus, Civic, more used cars. More debt, rinse and repeat. I was financing my lifestyle instead of building my life. A car should get you from point A to point B, not put you in a financial hole. Today, I tell my younger self, if it loses value, don't finance it. Drive something modest and use that money to build something bigger. And finally, maybe the biggest one, I knew nothing about money, and worse, I didn't even try to learn. No books, no mentors, no curiosity. I lived how everyone around me lived, check to check, doing what we thought was normal. Nobody sat me down to teach me, but I also never went out looking. That's on me. Then one night, I'm watching late night TV, and this guy Carlton Sheets comes on, selling real estate dreams with no money down. Was it cheesy? Absolutely. But something clicked. That cheesy infomercial got me thinking differently. By 30, I bought my first house and rental property. By 35, I had 6. That one spark led to action. That action built confidence. And that confidence built momentum. You don't have to be a genius. You just have to be intentional. If you're in your 20s or early 30s right now, listen, you don't need to suffer through the same mistakes to learn. You don't have to wait until you're 30 to wake up. Start now. Learn now. Build now. Because money isn't just about earning, it's about how you think, how you grow it, and how you keep it. Don't just aim for more money, aim for more understanding. Be consistent, be curious, be bold. And always remember, The biggest risk is often the one you don't take. Thanks for watching. If this hit home for you, like, comment, share, and let me know which of these mistakes hit hardest. See you in the next one.